The first day of free agency has officially begun, and the Chicago Bears are already off and running. How, you might ask? The Chicago Bears today signed one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Yes, you heard me correctly. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe, and the splash signing that the Chicago Bears made today happens to be one of the greatest basketball players who have ever lived. That's right. I am talking about Coby Bryant. Obviously, I'm not talking about the basketball player who unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but I am talking about the Super Bowl winning safety from the Seattle Seahawks, Coby Bryant, who's had 7 interceptions in the past 2 years. He had 4 this past season. The Bears are in great need of safety because they had none on the roster under contract, and now they signed Coby Bryant. So at least we got one, got a few more to go, but Coby Bryant can play both safety positions, versatile player, definitely a piece for Dennis Allen to be able to use to move around a defense and create havoc for opposing offenses. And again, always a good day when you can get a Super Bowl winning player on your team, which is what Coby Bryant is. Definitely legit. Speaking of free agent signings, the Bears also made another good signing in outside linebacker Devin Bush. He comes over from the Cleveland Browns. He had 125 tackles last season, 3 interceptions. 2 of them were pick sixes. So this dude is fast. I think he ran a 4.43 at the combine back in, I believe it was 2019. So Devin Bush, fast outside linebacker. If it's one thing that the Chicago Bears definitely need on defense, it is speed. And between Coby Bryant and Devin Bush, the Bears definitely got faster today. And I think that will be nothing but good for them because they looked very slow last year in some of these games where they got their break beat off, of them on the defensive side of the ball because they were slow. But I think we're going to get an infusion of a lot of team speed, got it coming in free agency. And then obviously when we go to the draft here next month, probably going to get some more team speed on defense. So I do love the emphasis on making the defense faster that the Chicago Bears seem to be targeting right now. We also signed a defensive tackle, I believe, from the Colts. His name is Neville Gallimore. He's more of a depth piece. He did have 3.5 sacks last year. Has a little bit of speed to him as well. So I don't think he's going to jump over Grady Jarrett or Javon Dexter to start. But the Bears definitely were in need of some tackle help. And Gallimore should come in there and, be that swing DT or whatever the case may be. Get some reps in the rotation and whatnot. So solid signing. I think it was like a 2-year, $12 million deal. So not a big splash, but some grit depth for the Bears. The Bears also re-signed some of their own free agents. Key being DeMarco Jackson. He is coming back on a 2-year deal. In a couple of games that he did have to start last year, he showed up very well. I think he had like 15 tackles in one game. I can't remember the game that it was, but I know he had 15 tackles in a game once. So it seems like when he was playing, he was the team captain on defense because he was the one that was wearing the green dot in the game that he started. So I should say games that he started last year. He started multiple games last year. But DeMarco Jackson coming back on a 2-year deal, definite signing by Ryan Poles. Also coming back to the Bears is Case Keenum on another 2-year deal. Now, Case Keenum obviously didn't play any games last season, but he was definitely important to have in that quarterback room, to mentor and give Caleb Williams tutelage and knowledge and just encouragement and different things like that. So I do love the fact that they brought Case Keenum back to have him back in that quarterback room with Caleb and Tyson Bagent. I know a lot of people thought that this deal might signal a Tyson Bagent trade because there's been a lot of talk about that. But as of right now, Tyson Bagent is still a member of the Chicago Bears, and I don't foresee him getting traded anywhere at this point. So I don't think we have to worry about losing Tyson Bagent. Plus, I don't believe the Bears want to lose him. They see him as a valuable piece of that team, and he's going to be here next season in that room with Case Keenum and Caleb Williams. The Bears also signed back their special teams ace, Daniel Hardy. They gave him a 2-year, $5 million deal. So he's coming back. Also, I think they used him at fullback a couple of times last season as well. So he's a versatile piece that the team has brought back. So the Bears, in addition to bringing in free agents from the outside, brought back a couple of their own people. Also, about an hour ago, news came out that the Bears also signed Braxton Jones back to a 1-year deal. So we know that there's this gap at left tackle with the Ozzie Shapiro injury and Theo Benedict, who the Bears also, I think they re-signed him, a few weeks ago. But we were all wondering what the Bears would do with left tackle, right? Because Ozzie's not going to be available next season. Are they going to draft one? Are they going to sign one in free agency? Well, that question has been answered with the signing of Braxton Jones, More than likely, he will be the starting left tackle going into next season unless they draft somebody that they feel can overtake him. But at this point, I don't know if they're going to view that as a high need. They might draft a left tackle, but it won't be like a high draft pick because I think the majority of the focus will be still to bolster that defense as it should be. Braxton Jones is back to man the left tackle spot as of now. I know there was some talk about maybe the Bears going after Taylor Decker, who was just released by the Lions, but I think he might have cost them. He might have cost a little bit too much money for them. So Braxton Jones, it is going into the 2026 NFL season. Also, there's a couple of big name free agents that are still out there available. A couple of them are Chicago Bears. So Kevin Byard has not been signed by any team yet. There was a lot of talk about the Bears potentially bringing him back, but as of yet, he still remains unsigned. Also, Jaquan Brinker has not been signed by any team. Now, that could have changed as I'm recording this video, but as of the recording of this video, neither one of them have been signed. Also, Trey Hendrickson, the defensive edge from Cincinnati, is still unsigned, which is kind of crazy because a lot of people thought that he would have a lot of market going into this free agency, but as of yet, he has not been signed. So I don't know if the Bears are going to bring back Byard or Brinker. Again, there was a lot of talk about them potentially bringing back Kevin Byard, but with the signing of Coby Bryant, that might be the end of Kevin Byard's time here in Chicago. But again, Coby Bryant could play multiple safety positions, so there's still room for Kevin Byard if the Bears want to bring him back. But as of last, he's still out there on the streets, and he has not been signed by any team, including the Bears. So we'll have to see how that develops in the days ahead. Also, I should probably mention that the Bears did trade recently. I made a short video about it for Patriots center Garrett Bradbury. So it looks like that he will be the starting center for the Bears going into next year. That was another hole that the Bears needed to fill, and they filled it with the trade for Garrett Bradbury from the Patriots. He did start all of the games for the Patriots last year, started in the Super Bowl and different things like that. So it's kind of cool that the Bears now have 2 Super Bowl participants on their team going into next season, and they both are probably going to be starters for the team. So definitely good to have that championship experience on this team for a team that's definitely trying to get to the Super Bowl themselves. Having Coby Bryant and Garrett Bradbury on the team should definitely make that easier, obviously along with Joe Thuney as well. So good to have that experience on the team. And now we turn our attention to the upcoming NFL draft. There may be another signing or two, maybe tomorrow in free agency or the next day once the initial wave for free agency is over with. But right now, I think with the Bears having limited cap space, I think it is now time to turn our attention to the draft. But Bear fans, which of these signings are you most excited about? Let me know. Drop a comment and subscribe to The Yard for all things Chicago Bears.